Hey guys, what's up? It's MatchPoint here, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you on how you can adapt to Legion's nerf in the new Rainbow Six Siege update, and you'll then be able to carry on playing with Lesion, seeing similar results. So if you do find this video useful, consider dropping a like on the video, and if there are any topics that you would like me to cover next, or if you do have a specific topic that you are struggling with and would like me to cover it, well, make sure to comment it down below so I know to do them. If you are looking to get access to these videos early, or you're looking for some one-to-one coaching, well, make sure to go ahead and check out my Patreon page down below in the description. And if you are new around here, welcome, and I hope you enjoy the video. So let's get right on into it. Now, if you are on console, or you simply haven't read the patch notes, or you just haven't heard about this news, well, Lesion has gone ahead and received the nerf on the test server. This will be coming into play when Operation Void Edge does in fact go live. So I'm going to be giving you the heads up on this information so that when it does go live, you'll be able to adapt to it and play comfortably and in confidence with Lesion. Lesion has been one of the top tier operators in Rainbow Six Siege very recently, with the ability to go ahead and use the information around him from the audio cues and various intel that he receives from those goo mines, not only delaying their push. Lesion is definitely a strong operator. If you are unsure on what Legion's nerf actually is, well, we'll be going ahead and explaining it to you right now. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of Legion's nerf. This information is going to be taken from the official Rainbow Six Siege patch notes, so it will be kept up to date with you. Before Lesion had this nerf coming his way, he was able to go ahead and see his goo mines from across the map no matter where he was. If his goo mine was on one side of the map and then Lesion was on the other side of the map, he would in fact still be able to see that. And of course, that little goo spike image indicating whereabouts that goo mine has been placed. And then the change that we now have with Operation Void Edge is that his goo mines are only visible to Lesion, and it is only when he is in the direct line of sight and within an 8-meter distance. This is now going to mean that you're only going to be able to see that goo mine as Lesion if you are directly looking at where you've gone ahead and placed that goo mine. And you are going to have to be within that 8-meter distance, which is going to limit his intel that he can receive from various points on the map. As a Lesion player, you're going to have to keep a mental note of where you've gone ahead and placed that goo mine, so you can refer back to it when you need that intel, or in fact if you do have an attacker pushing your way. Now, how do we go about adapting to this change and not letting it impact you as much as it could? This might sound like a big change to Lesion, however it's not going to impact you as much. When we take a look at it, there are a lot of other trap operators in Siege that do have this similar concept. Take a look at Frost, Kapkan, Ella, any of those trap operators. Not one of them there that I've gone ahead and listed can actually go ahead and see their trap from across the map. All of them have to take memory notes of where they've gone ahead and placed it and then refer back to it later on in the game. And I'm sure when you're playing as those other trap operators and you are in fact going ahead and placing down your traps, you do manage to keep quite good mental notes of where you've placed them. And Lesion is still one step ahead of those operators in terms of visibility because he can actually see them when he's in that line of sight and he's 8 meters away. Typically when I'm playing as other trap operators such as Ella, Frost or Kapkan, then I'm going to be playing more closer together. Now, what I mean by this is that when I'm playing, I'm going to be making mental notes in my head of where I'm placing those traps. But not only this, I do have a specific strategy that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be holding down a certain area that I've gone ahead and picked, either from me, myself, or my teammates want me to hold that down. Now, when I'm picking that area in which I'm going to hold down, I'm going to be using all of my utility so that I can cover it and hold it down securely. Now, this area that you're going to be holding down doesn't have to be a tiny area, a big area, it can be whatever you want it to be. Just something that you can track the distance on and cover it. Typically, the area is going to be a common pushing point or an entry point for those attackers. Therefore, your utility is going to be put to use and it can help you out. Playing more tightly closed in with Lesion can allow you to go ahead and delay that enemy, but also pick up more kills from it. And therefore it's going to be deeper in your memory, and also you will be able to see it depending on how close you are. Now, the next nerf on the list for Lesion is going to be the initial goo mine tick has been taken away. Before, we had it so when you went and stepped into that goo mine, you would take damage upon touching the goo mine. Even if the attacker was quick enough to remove it, they still would have had that initial damage go off and take it away from them. However, if you fail to remove it, it will tick after time and it will do that damage. So how can we adapt this as a Lesion player? That 4 damage that it did take off the attacker's health isn't going to affect Lesion very much. The main factor of Lesion's ability is that intel that it does reveal to you and your team. The damage tick is a minor inconvenience to the attackers, but it won't be missed. You're still going to be hearing that goo mine go off, and then it will reveal their location via you receiving that sound cue, and then you've got that intel on your hands. If Lesion or even one of your teammates is in a room nearby where the attacker hits that goo mine, they're going to be able to hear that sound cue and act upon it. That 4 damage that goes off is going to be irrelevant. As well as this, if you are in that 8 meter radius of it and you are looking in the line of sight of it, then you will be able to see that that goo mine has gone ahead and disappeared even if you didn't hear that sound cue. And then you've gone ahead and gathered that intel for you and your team that the goo mine has disappeared, therefore a team has gone and pushed up through here. Lesion isn't designed like Capcan and Frost to go ahead and deal that heavy hitting damage. Instead, very similar to Ella, he's there to gather that intel and overall be extremely annoying to the enemy team. Furthermore, there is no mention of it actually taking away that slowness effect that you do have when you have the goo inside you. On top of the time getting wasted to go ahead and take it out and to reassess the push, as well as having that slowness effect, it is all going to count up. Therefore, there is still going to be that big prompt for attackers to take it out very quickly, even with that initial damage tick being removed. Now, the next change that has been made to Lesion to nerf him on the list is going to be that the damage tick has been increased from 4 to 6. With the initial damage tick being taken away, it does make sense for them to go ahead and increase his overall damage. So this is a change, but in the positive direction for Lesion. Again, it's going to be increasing that need for the attackers to go ahead and take it out quickly, as if they do leave it in for too long, it'll start ticking and it's going to be even more damage this time around. Now, there are many situations in Siege which you will have where you've gone ahead and got hit by that goo mine and you can't exactly take it out, whether you're in a gunfight or simply you're holding down an angle in that 1v1 situation. Therefore, this is going to be helping him out quite a bit. If the attacker is in that 1v1 situation, needs to keep his focus up and doesn't even have the cover to go ahead and take that goo mine out, well, it's going to be meaning he's in a sticky situation. Either the damage over time will in fact kill him from it ticking away, or he'll have to go ahead and take that goo mine out, resulting him in exposing himself and revealing his position to the enemy. And this does then make him a really vulnerable target. This is going to cause a problem for those shield operators as well, such as Montaigne and Blitz. There are many situations in which this will be a real problem for them. Simply when going for that push as the shield operator leading the team in front, you get hit by that goo mine, causes the whole push to be delayed as you don't have that shield operator. They'll then be forced to go ahead and take it out. And as well, if you're in a situation where you've gone ahead and got that plant down, the Montaigne is going to be covering it, but they've been hit by a goo mine in the process, well, you do have the option of to cover the plant or to go ahead and take it out. And because this tick damage has gone ahead and been increased, it's going to cause them a lot of trouble, and they're going to definitely have to go ahead and take it out, otherwise they may end up dying. If they do decide to take it out, you and your team can then go ahead and push in for that defuse. And the final change that has gone ahead and been made to Lesion is that down but not out players are now immune to goo mines, and being down but not out will still trigger them, but the goo mine effect will not apply. This will have some effect to Lesion, however it is minor. He now won't be able to pick up those lucky kills where a downed player does go ahead and walk into one of his goo mines by crawling through. While they don't always occur and don't impact him too much, they are always nice to see. I'm sure you can all agree on that. Now, when referring to the second part of the down but not out player will still trigger them, but the goo mine effect won't apply, this may cause some confusion and it may allow them to go ahead and waste the Lesion mines. However, I doubt it will affect it, as they're not going to be knowing where those goo mines are. Again, this will be a minor nerf to Lesion and won't affect him too much. Lesion is still a fantastic operator on the test server, and he will be when he comes out with Operation Void Edge. He has a great loadout, and these nerfs can be worked around with a little bit of thinking, and a few of these nerfs are extremely minor. However, there are quite a few big ones, but like I mentioned before, you can adapt. And that is going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you have all enjoyed. If you did or you found this video useful, then make sure to leave a like on the video. and subscribe for more videos like this. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.